What up, y'all? It's Mr. Downtown Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Melo, that's REYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington will reunite in an upcoming Netflix thriller. The 52-year-old actress and 65-year-old actor who co-starred in the 1993 film The Pelican Brief will star in the new movie Leave the World Behind. Leave the World Behind is based on Rumaan Alam's upcoming novel, which will be published in the fall. Mr. Robot creator Sam Esmail will direct the adaptation. Netflix tweeted on Monday, Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington together again. The pair will star in Sam Esmail's Leave the World Behind for Netflix, based on the upcoming novel by Rumaan Alam about two families forced together on a long weekend that goes terribly wrong. Roberts will play Amanda, a woman who rents a vacation home with her husband and two children. The family's getaway is interrupted when the owner, played by Washington, and his wife unexpectedly return home amid a blackout and other strange events. Deadline says Netflix acquired the rights to Leave the World Behind after outbidding Apple, MGM, and several other studios. Roberts and Washington will produce the film with Esmail and Chad Hamilton. Alam will serve as an executive producer. Roberts previously worked with Esmail on season 1 of the Amazon series Homecoming. Washington will also star in the Netflix film Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. The movie co-stars Viola Davis, Chadwick Boseman, and Glenn Turman, centers on blues singer Ma Rainey. Spike Lee's film version of the Broadway show David Byrne's American Utopia is set to open the 2020 Toronto International Film Festival on September 10th. The festival will continue amid the COVID-19 pandemic with physical, socially distant screenings, with drive-in and virtual options are available. TIFF has yet to announce a venue for where David Byrne's American Utopia will be screened. American Utopia was a concert event that moved to Broadway in October. Byrne, a founding member of the Talking Heads, performed songs from his album American Utopia and Talking Head hits, along with 11 other musicians. Lee's film version will also air on HBO later this year. Halle Berry's directorial debut, Bruise, Reunite, starring Kate Winslet and Saoirse Ronan, from director Francis Lee, Concrete Cowboy, starring Idris Elba, from director Ricky Staub, and Good Joe Bell, starring Mark Wahlberg, from director Ronaldo Marcus, are among the other films selected for the Toronto International Film Festival. Actress, comedian, and singer Bridget Everett will star in a new HBO series. The network announced in a press release Tuesday that it ordered Somebody Somewhere, a new comedy series starring and executive produced by Everett, to series. Somebody Somewhere is co-created by Hannah Boss and Paul Thuring. Boss and Thuring will executive produce with Carolyn Strauss, Patricia Breen, Jay Duplass, Mark Duplass, Mel Island, and Tyler Romeri. Jay Duplass directed the pilot episode in Chicago last year. HBO programming EVP Amy Gravitz said, "As longtime fans of her live shows, we have been looking for the perfect way to showcase Bridget's many talents. Somebody Somewhere is inspired by Everett's life growing up in Kansas. Everett plays Sam, a woman who is, quote, a true Kansan on the surface, but secretly struggles to fit the hometown mold. The synopsis reads, as she grapples with loss and acceptance, singing is Sam's saving grace and leads her on a journey to discover herself in a community of outsiders that don't fit but don't give up. Everett says making the show on which HBO is a dream come true. She said, as a born and bred Kazan, I'm thrilled to share some of the beauty and complexities of the place that I grew up. For as long as I can remember, I've dreamt of making a show for HBO. Everett's TV credits include Inside Amy Schumer, Lady Dynamite, and the HBO series Camping. She also appeared in the films Trainwreck, Patty Cakes, and Permission. Netflix is adding 6 actors to the cast of Elite Season 4. The streaming service confirmed Tuesday that Andres Belenkosco, Manu Rios, Carla Diaz, Martina Caridi, Paul Granch, and Diego Martin will appear in Season 4 of the Spanish teen drama. The new characters will cross paths with Guzman, played by Miguel Berduno, Samuel, played by Idsan Iskamila, Andrew, played by Aaron Piper, Omar, played by Omar Yuso, Rebecca, played by Claudia Salas, and Catalana, played by Georgina Amos, in the new season. Netflix shared photos of the cast, including the newcomers, on Instagram. The company captioned the post, "Welcome to the elite family." Eduardo Chaparro Jackson and Ganesta Gandal will direct season 4 with Carlos Montanaro, Diego Bentacor, and Jaime Vaca as executive producers. Netflix announced in May that it renewed a lead for a 4th season. Bernal as Camilla, Piper, and Esto Exposito teased the new season in an accompanying video. Bernal says, "I want to tell you that we got the script for season 4. Piper added, "And they look so good. You better be prepared because it's intense." Elite follows the students of La Haciendas, a fictional exclusive secondary school. Season 3 premiered on Netflix in March. Disney's animated series Elena of Avalor will end after 3 seasons with the primetime special that will air August 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Disney Junior and Disney Now. Disney Junior will begin airing new episodes every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time starting this week, leading up to the finale. Elena of Avalor premiered in 2016 and follows Elena, voiced by Amory Carrero, as she learns what it takes to be a great leader by ruling her enchanted kingdom. The finale, titled Coronation Day, will see Elena ready to become queen, but first she must travel to the spirit world to face the ultimate test of courage and character. Mark Hamill, Jenny Slate, Fred Armisen, Patrick Warburton, Andy Garcia, Gina Rodriguez, Mario Lopez, Rachel Brosnahan, Tony Shalhoub, Whoopi Goldberg, Melissa Fumero, Stephanie Beatrice, Tyler Posey, John Leguizamo, Cheech Marin, and Mohr are among the new and returning guests that will star in the feature of Coronation Day. Executive producer and creator Craig Gerber said in the statement, "It has been a tremendous honor for me to bring Disney's first Latina princess to the screen. Everyone involved with Elena of Avalor, from the creative team to the unbelievable cast and crew, felt the responsibility to get this right. We created the character of Elena with the hope that she would be a role model, not just for young Latina girls watching, but for all children to be able to see what a true leader looks like. From the beginning, Elena's story arc has been that she would one day become queen. The series finale, the creative team has been able to bring Elena's story to the thrilling conclusion that we always envisioned. I can't wait for viewers to see the final chapter in Elena's epic adventure." Netflix is giving a glimpse of Kenny Ortega's new series, Julian the Phantoms. The streaming service shared the first look photos and teaser video for the musical series on Tuesday. Julian the Phantoms stars Madison Reyes as the title character, Julie, who forms a band with 3 ghosts, Charlie Gillespie, Jeremy Shada, and Owen Patrick Joyner. The photo shows Julie, played by Reyes, performing on stage and sitting at a piano with her band standing behind her. Netflix also shared a video featuring footage of Reyes, Gillespie, Shada, and Joyner's auditions. Julian the Phantoms is based on the Brazilian series of the same name, which aired on Nickelodeon Brazil from 2011 to 2012. The new show is part of Ortega's multi-year deal with Netflix. Dan Cross and David Hodge will serve as the showrunners for Julian the Phantoms and executive produce the series. Ortega is known for directing Hocus Pocus and Disney Channel's High School Musicals and Descendants film series. Julian the Phantoms premieres on September 10th. Transpotting writer Irvine Welsh and American Psycho author Bret Easton Ellis are teaming up on a new TV series. Welsh and Ellis are in final talks with the UK's Burning Wheel Productions to co-create American Tabloid, a satire series about tabloid press culture in the U.S. Welsh and Ellis are expected to cement the deal in the coming weeks, with the development scheduled to follow. American Tabloid will follow a weekly publication lacking political correctness, morals, and ethics around the decades. Producer Shelley Hammond says, "To do this production justice, we always knew we would require writers who don't hold back and go way further than most would dare. We're beyond delighted that we are ready to agree a deal to make this happen with the incredible team of Bret and Irving. This will be the first time the two have collaborated professionally, and with the support to allow creative freedom, we are confident spectacular things will happen." Wells previously collaborated with Burning Wheel on the film Creation Stories, executive produced by Danny Boyle. Welsh released his most recent novel, Dead Man's Trousers, in 2018, while Ellis published his first nonfiction book, White, in April 2019. Elon Musk is giving a glimpse of his baby boy. The 49-year-old Tesla and SpaceX founder shared a new photo with X AE A-Xii, his 2-month-old son, with his girlfriend Serena Grimes, Monday on Twitter. The picture shows Musk holding down at his son as he holds him in one arm. Musk captioned the post in German. He wrote, "The baby cannot use a spoon yet." Grimes announced her pregnancy in January and gave birth to her son in May. She and Musk initially named their son X A-Xii. Grimes explained on Twitter, X, the unknown variable, AE, my 11th spelling of AI, A12, the precursor to SR17. No weapons, no defense, just speed. Great in battle, but non-violent. A equals Archangel, my favorite song. Grimes later confirmed that she and Musk had changed their son's name to XEXA. She said on Instagram, Roman numerals look better by the way. Forbes reported Monday that Musk is now the 5th richest person in the world with a net worth of more than $74 billion. Grimes said in an interview with The Face magazine in February that she won't raise her child to be too spoiled. She said, I'll probably have to send them to live in the woods with my grandpa periodically so they aren't spoiled. He's very intense, lots of physical labor in the cold and whatnot. Musk has 5 other sons, twins Griffin and Xavier, and triplets Damien, Saxon, and Kai, with his ex-wife, Justin Musk. Actress Natalie Portman and tennis star Serena Williams are part of an ownership group founded mostly by women that has secured exclusive rights to bring a professional women's soccer team to Los Angeles in 2022. The National Women's Soccer League announced the formation of the team Tuesday. Portman, technology venture capitalist Karen Nortman, media and gaming entrepreneur Julie Ehrman, and tech entrepreneur Alexis Ohanian, Williams' husband, were announced as the founding group leaders. Portman said in a statement, today we're going to take an exciting step by announcing the first women majority-owned and lead ownership group. I'm thrilled by the opportunity to partner with this incredible group of people to bring a professional women's soccer team to Los Angeles. Williams and Ohanian's daughter, Alexis Olympian Ohanian Jr., and actors Uzo Aduba, Jessica Chastain, America Ferrara, Jennifer Garner, and Eva Longoria are part owners of the club. Julie Faudet, Mia Hamm, and Abby Wambach are among more than a dozen former United States women national teams in the ownership group. Authors Glennon Doyle and executives from Netflix, Bad Robot, and Baby to Baby are part owners. An official name and competition venue for the team will be announced before the end of 2020. The National Women's Soccer League includes 9 teams. The league's 2020 season was scheduled to begin in April before it was postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. The league resumed with the National Women's Soccer League Challenge Cup tournament in June. The National Women's Soccer League Commissioner Lisa Barr says the growth trajectory of the NWSL is incredibly exciting, but we also need to be strategic and thoughtful about how fast we expand and the communities we partner. We long sought the right in LA to consider the NWSL fan base that already exists in the region and the massive interest in women's soccer in general. Those factors, along with an incredible ownership group, makes this an ideal situation, and we couldn't be more thrilled to move on. Comedian Jay Mohr's new show, American Treasure, marks his first stand-up special in 5 years and the first since his approach to comedy underwent a revolutionary change. Mohr, who rose to fame with roles in films such as Jerry Maguire, Suicide Kings, Small Soldiers, and Picture Perfect, told UPI in a recent interview, his comedic approach has a revolutionary change about 6 years ago. He says, I decided everything I was going to say on stage has already happened to me or will happen to me. It's just living life is absurd, and the things we experience with other people, it's crazy making. Mohr says he decided that make-up anecdotes were not necessarily for his stand-up. He says, to sit down and write a joke, I realize it's a construct, not truthful. I could write a joke about watching Turner and Hooch, but I wasn't. It's a stupid thing. The crowd notes it's a bit, it's a game. But if I share things that I live and experience, if they don't laugh, it doesn't matter because I'm sharing a story. And then I move on to the next story. Mohr says the change in the nature of his comedy coincides with the decision to put greater emphasis on his mental health and to maintain his sobriety. He says being transparent and honest has made the audience pretty uncomfortable at times, but it was rewarding for everybody and they kept coming back. He says, I was on to something, so I stayed that way, so I'm no longer writing jokes. I'm sharing stories. I guess that's the word. I'm sharing with the audience. He says the work he has done on his mental health in recent years makes American Treasure feel like a major development in his career. He says, this is a big deal for me. I've had to get well, and this special is when I was well for the first time. Mohr, who will turn 50 in April, says as he approaches that milestone age, it feels like he's entering a second stage in his life and his career. He says the first period of his life felt like a race, and the period he is entering now is the ensuing cruise. He says, the whole first part of my life, I've got to get there, I got to get there, I got to get there. Then you realize you've been there for over a decade, you sort of take your foot off the gas. You don't hit the brakes. You let it cruise to a stop. You enjoy, you relax because you're there. Enjoy the island. You're on it. Mohr, who also works as a life coach, a wrestling coach in Palisades High School in Los Angeles, and is preparing a book of poetry, said stand-up isn't just a job to which he comes back. It is his identity. He said, I'm a stand-up comedian. I was born a stand-up comedian. It's all I know. I can't put it down. I think that way all the time. Kanye West announced on Twitter he will be releasing a new album titled Donda on Friday. Donda comes this Friday, the rapper tweeted on Twitter alongside a track list from the project. Donda is the name of West's late mother, who died at the age of 58 in 2007 from post-surgery complications. The track list includes 12 songs, including God's Country, which was the original name of his next album, and Donda, a title track in which he recently released in honor of his late mother's birthday. The song features his mother reciting KRS-One lyrics. Missing from the track is Wash Us in the Blood featuring Travis Scott. West released a music video for the song in June, which contained footage of protests against police brutality and racial injustice that took place worldwide following the death of George Floyd. West last released the gospel-themed Jesus is King in October, followed by Jesus is Born with the Sunday service choir in December. West has said he will enter the 2020 presidential race and held his first campaign recently at the Exodus Event Center in North Charleston, North Carolina. West wore a bulletproof vest on stage, was critical of civil rights icon Harriet Tubman, said abortions should be legal, every woman having a baby should receive $1 million, and that marijuana should be available nationwide at no cost. So we cover Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani will release a new single on Friday. Shelton shared a teaser for the song titled Happy Anywhere Monday on Instagram. He captioned the post, real excited to share this one with y'all and honored I was able to talk at Gwen Stefani into doing another song with me. Hashtag Happy Anywhere out this Friday. Stefani promoted the song in a post on her own account. She wrote, yes, please. At Blake Shelton, so excited and grateful about this song. Thank you. Can't believe my lucky GX. Shelton and Stefani will perform Happy Anywhere for the first time Friday during the Today's Summer Music Series. The song is inspired by the couple's experience in quarantine amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Shelton said in a statement, even though Gwen and I just had a singles out, we decided that under the circumstances this year, man, there's never been a better time for Happy Anywhere. He added, we've all been in quarantine and lockdown, and hopefully we've been doing that with somebody that we really love and enjoy being around. That's what's happened with Gwen and me this summer, this entire year. Shelton and Stefani released the single Nobody But You in January. The couple previously released the songs You Make It Feel Like Christmas and Go Ahead and Break My Heart. Shelton and Stefani confirmed their relationship in 2015 following their respective splits from Miranda Lambert and Gavin Rossdale. Stefani referred to Shelton as her best friend while celebrating her birthday in June. Carrie Underwood will release her first Christmas album in September. The 37-year-old music star shared a trailer for the holiday album titled My Gift on Tuesday. She captioned the post, "I realize we're in the middle of a summer heat wave, but I couldn't wait to tell you. At long last, my very first Christmas album, #MyGift, is coming September 25th. So much love has gone into this, and I cannot wait to share it with you." The trailer shows Underwood recording My Gift in the studio and taking part in the album's cover photo shoot. She said in the teaser trailer this year, "It was just kind of on my heart to do this Christmas album. I just felt like this was such a fitting time. Kind of feel like it's a perfect time than ever to record an album like this." In a statement, Underwood says she has had a period of personal and spiritual reflection amid the coronavirus pandemic. She said, "For me, it's more important than ever to focus on the true meaning of Christmas in a project like this. Even though it's been a tough year for all of us, sometimes I feel like the greatest realization can be inspired by the most difficult times and make us more grateful for the things we do have and for what truly matters." My Gift will feature Underwood's renditions of such Christmas songs as Little Drummer Boy and new original material. The album will be released September 25th. Underwood released her sixth studio album, Cry Pretty, in 2018. She celebrated her happily ever after with her husband Mike Fishon on their 10th wedding anniversary this month. BTS, Coldplay, and Mohr have been announced for the 2020 iHeartRadio Music Festival, which is scheduled for September 18th to the 19th. Kane Brown will also perform with Miley Cyrus, Khaled, Keith Urban, Migos, Thomas Rhett, Usher, and more as special guests. The virtual concert will also feature unique collaborations and surprise performances as bands and artists reunite to perform together for the first time in months. Remote performances will be filmed on stage in Los Angeles and Nashville. Artists will be discussing backstage how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected them. Fans will be able to introduce artists, enjoy virtual meet and greets, and have the chance to appear in a special fan video wall. The 2020 iHeartRadio Music Festival will be presented live on the CW app and on CWTV.com on September 18th and 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of the performances will also be presented over 2 nights on the CW on September 27th and 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And finally, J. Cole is a dad of 2. The 35-year-old rapper confirmed in an essay for the Players Tribune published Monday that he's the father of 2 sons. In the essay, Cole discussed his 2 passions, basketball and rap. He recalled the time in 2016 where he was questioning his desire to rap, but ultimately chose to keep pursuing his craft. Cole says, "A month later, I packed my bags and hopped on a plane to LaGuardia Airport. A couple of weeks prior, I learned that I would become a father. It wasn't a surprise. I had been taking steps to change my life for the past couple of years, and I felt ready." Cole said 4 years have passed since he rededicated himself to rap. He said, "In that time, I've been blessed with 2 sons, learning the delicate balance between parenthood and career. Had the pleasure of working with a ton of talented artists as a feature rapper. Spent 10 magical days recording a Dreamville album in Atlanta and putting up a lot of time and energy into sharpening my sword and growing as an artist." Cole married his high school sweetheart, Melissa He-Holt, in 2015. He confirmed he had a toddler son in an interview with GQ in 2019. He said, "For a while I felt a little weird about it, like, I felt, did I miss something? Because I didn't feel the change that people talk about. And then I figured out what it was. It changed my life in order to get ready to have a family and to have a son. I literally changed my life, where I was living, the things that I was doing, I changed. So because of that, when my son came, I was ready. I already made room." Cole released his 5th studio album, KOD, in 2018. He released Snow on the Bluff, his first song of 2020, in June. And that was the entertainment report for Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.